Thami, what's good? No, seriously, what was that, bro? The Married at First Sight post-reunion wrap-up finally took place on Sunday, and let me tell you something. They managed to deliver a finale that lived up to an incredibly dramatic season. And the newlyweds, Thami and Sebenzile and Boitshepo, Khumo and Thabang, and Dee and Khutso, all assembled to reflect on their first 9 months together. I'm actually very glad that Mzansi Magic dug deep in their purses to find a coin for an additional episode, because I really wanted to see how, almost a year later, these couples were doing. After all 4 couples got married to someone literally within minutes after meeting them. Joe, and on Sunday's explosive catch-up sash, Ntombee Mzolo grilled the couples and got the tea on who's still together, who has paid lobola to move things forward. Spoiler alert, none of the couples have copped any cows. Shoo! She also got the pairs to reflect on their journeys and spill on who has cheated, who has jumped back on their abs, and whose feelings for an ex have continued causing problems in a marriage. One thing about the first season of the show is that they really got the most interesting set of individuals who did not hold back in terms of allowing us to get an authentic experience of their stories, the blissful moments, and the cringe. And there has been a lot of drama and cringe. I'm also really glad they went with Ntombee Mzolo as the host, because she really clocked in and did the most. I wasn't entirely sure at first, to be honest, because I did think her performance at the Mummy Club reunion was just a little bit biased towards Miss Mobs. But after watching what she did at the Married at First Sight finale, we have a powerhouse in her. You could tell she's watched the show and took her time to really understand each couple's story and journey, and also got to understand them individually, which allowed her to ask the burning questions both as a viewer and as a pilot for the show. And one of the stories she really managed to zoom in on was Thami and Sebenzile, the season's most talked about marriage. I'm so stressed for them actually, because in the end, theirs was a disaster. And how unfortunate, because I had been rooting for Thami and Sebenzile. Despite being the most troubled couple amongst this group, they were also the most authentic, the most honest, and the most vulnerable. They gave us really good reality because they weren't playing for the cameras. But from the onset, we were all giving those marriage therapists a side eye, because it was clear the pairing was a little sus with these two. The first thing they both noticed when they first met each other at the altar was, you aren't really my type at all. Thami complained about Zethobile's weight, immediately expressing his disappointment because it doesn't typically go for bigger women. Zetobile, on the other hand, was not down with Thami's lighter complexion. She's light-skinned herself and had wanted nothing more than a tall, dark, and handsome answer to her prayers for a spouse. But both of them still chose to get ahead with their vows because they wanted to give love a real chance this time. And I say this because Thami had already previously appeared on Date My Family and apparently also on Single and Mingle. The man has been on a search for a partner, often choosing TV shows as a preferred pool for finding that special person. And third time had to be the lucky charm, especially since on this particular show, he would be getting married and he would be getting the elders from his family involved. Pretty serious. Zethobile's longest relationship has been 3 months, so they both wanted to pull up their gauzes and see what can happen. Lots of tears, unfortunately, came later as the couple went through their fair share of mgomo, constantly misunderstanding each other, Zetobile not being interested in the sex at first, and then Thami later going to a man's clinic because his own sex drive is now on the floor. Their parents meeting their spouses and immediately sighing a fat relief that Thami didn't come back with a man. And now with this finale, when it turns out Thami was the one who wrote the question asking himself if he's bi. What a mess, but also very entertaining, I must say. The man's a character for sure. Not so funny is how his marriage with Zetobile has been shattered. In a shocking revelation, it came out that Thami lived with Zetobile and her family for almost a year after surviving a hectic car accident. In the end, she kicked him out, and the rest has been a sad tale of things falling apart. But that moment in the finale where he was mad that she wanted to have sex so soon after he'd just come out of a coma.
Bengisagula, bengiphuma kwi-coma, ngihlale coma for 5 months. Mangiphuma kwi-coma unisofuna sex, le kade uyifuna. Le kade uyithanda, uthi wenzela mina take it. Usayifuna futhi khona lapho.
Ngicela iphendulele Thami. Zithobile. Umuntu uyagula uphuma kwi-coma wena ufuna inkonzo.
And then him begging her to come back please, because during the ad break he realized he actually kinda really still liked her. It was a lot, and I'm also really disappointed because I was really rooting for these two. But yeah, I don't know, I think they're better off without each other. Zetobile clearly has some things to work through in therapy, and Thami had already decided there will be no more marriage for him for the rest of his life. He's done. He's keeping the ring though, because he says it looks good on him and it's expensive. He also thinks he's the best husband to ever exist. Oh, Thami. Dee and Khutso also looked back at their journey, taking us through their highs and their lows. Their highs mostly centered around the chemistry and intimacy, but their lows have been really rocky. For the most part, Dee's co-parenting relationship with her ex became an issue. Khutso always felt that they were too involved still, which needed to change now that she's married. What made it all worse is certainly the fact that she would allow drama with her ex to influence her mood so much that she would be pissed at everyone, including her husband. Lady, how does your drama with your ex get you so worked up that you get grumpy with your husband? Litswanelo admitted that it's illogical and that they've worked it all out. They've also found a way forward with Khutso's confession in that spicy game where he revealed that he would bring Boitshepo as a third partner for a threesome in his marriage. Yo, Dee was not having it. I've been very consistent in saying Khumo and Thabang might actually last because they drink together. Those couples really be outlasting everyone. And that's despite Thabang busting Khumo having a sneaky link after going through her phone. At the reunion, Thabang had aired all her laundry and signed off the recommitment ceremony with the "Sincerely, your ex-husband." But they aren't exes at all, actually, because they've been posting on their socials how they are pretty much still a married couple, now probably looking at taking things forward with lobola negotiations and all of that. They've had their fair share of drama through the seasons, including public arguments and disagreements about washing dishes and cohabiting in a way that works for both. But working through cheating, which they are both accusing each other of, is something else. What do you guys think? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Bese it's the season's most admired couple, Sebenzile and Boitshepo. This couple hit it off from the start and have been very consistent in their display of a healthy, loving couple. You know how the first season of these types of shows, there's always that one couple that goes on to be happily together, like forever. It's these two here, and I must commend the therapists for doing their best work here. And just as a side note, shame the therapist did nothing for me, hey? Like, yeah, no. But Sebenzile and Boitshepo were able to navigate this whole experience with a sense of maturity, except maybe for that one bumpy moment when Sebenzile revealed he might have a deep bond with an ex still. He explained at the finale that the English came out wrong that one time, but yeah, I wasn't buying it because Boitshepo was clearly still mad the entire time. And maybe that's why she and Khutso ended up having a feisty confrontation, and she also went after Thami and ripped him to shreds, and also just threw Dee out of her window. The couple also addressed perceptions that they are putting on perfect couple thing way too much to where it's giving a little fake. But why is that? Is it because some of us only think it's real when it's toxic? We are both calm people, Sebenzile explained. And you know what? Apart from some viewers wondering if they're equally yoked financially, which is all speculation because they couldn't afford that fancy apartment at one time. Shoo! What a season. What did you guys think? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching until the end. Until next time, bye.